Welcome back. Mankind is taking giant leaps toward a new era of space travel this July, and billionaires are paving the way. Next week, an 18-year-old Dutch physics student will become the youngest person ever to go to space. The teenager is the first customer to fly with Jeff Bezos' rocket company Blue Origin. He'll join the Amazon founder, Bezos' brother, and 82-year-old astronaut Wally Funk on the suborbital flight. Funk will break the record for being the oldest person in space. The New Shepard rocket launches from Texas on July 20th, the 52nd anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing, and just 9 days after another billionaire beat Bezos to the launch pad. Virgin Galactic founder Richard Branson flew to the edge of space aboard his company's ship this past Sunday. Bezos and Branson join yet a third billionaire, Elon Musk, as direct competitors in a commercial spaceflight industry that is fast changing the way humans interact with space. And joining me now is one of only 6 people elected to Congress who has also been to space, NASA Administrator Bill Nelson. As the former Democratic senator from Florida, Nelson helped expand NASA's private partnership programs to allow for many of the space milestones that we're seeing today. I guess it's Mr. Administrator now. I'm so used to calling you Senator in the hallway. It's great to have you here, Mr. Administrator. First of all, I guess I have to set aside my personal bias, which is please let me know how you can get a political reporter on one of these spacecrafts, because I realize the space reporters are going to be first in line. But surely it's important for other reasons as well. But I am going to start with a tough question, which is that I think there's a lot of people here on Earth who are really struggling with basic things. And they look at what these billionaires are doing and they wonder, why aren't they spending their billions on trying to improve the quality of life for people who are here on the planet trying to figure things out? What do you say to those people who see these billionaires blast off and resent them?
Well, and I understand that because I've dealt in that world of constantly having to stand up for the little guy and make sure that they are provided for. But if you just scratch beyond the surface and you find everything that NASA has developed in its technology and how it applies to everyday life, from things like warning of hurricanes to finding diseased crops from space, to the camera on a chip in your cell phone, and you apply that to our everyday lives, and I've just mentioned 3, then you get a little different cut on spending money on research and development for high technology that is applied to our space program. Now, with regard to your billionaire question, I think it's great. These guys are spending their own money, and they are bringing more attention to the development of space and space travel. And although the 2 that you mentioned just recently are just going up to the edge of space and coming right back down, look what the third billionaire has done. He has gotten the price of going to space for our scientific payloads, for our Department of Defense payloads. And because he reuses that rocket, I'm talking about Elon Musk and SpaceX, it is 40% cheaper to put payloads in space. That's because of a billionaire spending his own money.
That's interesting. I guess that raises a question for me, which is, you mentioned all these other technologies, so interesting, and it's such a great point. Are these billionaires in their deal that allows them to go up to space and work with NASA, do they have to share their discoveries, or will they have the right to use whatever they figure out to try to profit off of it?
Well, right now, NASA is holding the hand of anyone that is putting humans on spacecraft to go into orbit. And thus, NASA was very much involved with Elon in producing the commercial crew to orbit, to the International Space Station, and NASA, indeed, an international facility that does research. So it's a combination of everything. Now, Branson and Bezos doing their own just to the edge of space and down, that's a different matter. They're spending their own money there, although we did have scientific experiments on Branson's flight a week ago.
Very interesting. And briefly, before I let you go, I do want to ask about China and our competition with them in space and whether they're actually a responsible actor here. How concerned are you about what the Chinese are doing in space and how that affects our national security interests here in the United States?
Hugely. It's no secret that China is even saying publicly that they're going to challenge us at every point in space, not only civilian, but I think the defense guys will tell you that they're challenging us from a military standpoint as well. And China is very good. They're only the second nation to be able to successfully land on Mars, even though we were on Mars back in the 70s. Nevertheless, they're the only second one, and they did it. They've already returned a sample from the moon. They said they're going, and they usually tell in advance. They said they're going to the south pole of the moon, and they're going to try to find that water and convert it into fuel. They are very aggressive in their space program.
Something we have to pay close attention to. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson, thank you very much for spending some time with us today. We really appreciate it. And we should note also that MSNBC is going to have live coverage of the Blue Origin launch on Tuesday. That's going to do it for me this hour. Meet the Press Daily. We'll be back again on Monday. MSNBC coverage continues right now with Jeff Bennett after a quick break.